Hey guys, I'm taking a look today at the Philips Hue motion sensor. I've had a Hue bulb in my bedroom for probably a few years now, and I do really like it. I love the automation. When I use If This Then That paired up with my Withings sleep mat, I can do things like when I get out of bed in the morning, it turns the light on. And when I go to bed at night, it turns the light off, all automatically. And obviously you get the voice control and all that kind of thing. But that's been the only bulb that I've had. And recently I realised, you know what, it might be time to move on. And because the light switch in my kitchen is on the outside of the kitchen, when I leave in the morning, I have to turn it off, walk through the darkness to unlock the door and head out through the back door. And I thought, actually, if I have a motion sensor that just I knew would turn it off after I've left and turns on when I come home, would be really handy. So the Hue light motion sensor is about £30, and I've now got two. This is actually the second one, because I'm going to put one in the bathroom too. So we'll take a look at what's in the box and how you set it up, so you can see how it works. So, I suppose one thing that really surprised me was just how small it is. I guess I was expecting something kind of light switch sized, but yeah, it's quite diddy, which gives you better options for placement. So let's go in and see if I can remember how I add, there we go, add accessory. And we've got a Hue motion sensor. LED is blinking. Connecting. Obviously, I've already got a bridge. You do need a bridge, I'm fairly sure, for all these things. You can get various bundles and packs if you're just starting out, because you need one bridge and then you just buy in the lights and the accessories, and that they all go in through the bridge. The motion sensor, I continue setup. This is going to go in the bathroom. That looks fine to me. If we customize, so what I would say, so in the morning, what time would I want? I'm going to go 6:30 initially. So 6:30 till 11, and I would turn it off, say 7 minutes. And at night, let's just, because I'm thinking, I'm not sure how well it's going to work if I'm in the shower and I'm behind a curtain and the sensor's going to be on the other side. Will it see the motion? So if it stays on for 7 minutes, if I have to, I might have to wave over the top now once, perhaps, to just light it up again for 7 more minutes. But the bit we're doing here is you're basically setting, so when it's at night, it will come on in a much dimmer light. And you get various different options of things you can select. You can set up your own scene, and you can change, like, if you've got a colour bulb, you can have different colours at different times, or different brightness levels and all that kind of thing as well. We also get daylight sensitivity, so I know I need to adjust this in the kitchen. In fact, maybe I'll go through and do that now. You get motion sensitivity as well, so how sensitive is it to the daylight and to motion for it to activate the lights? That is about all you get though, so possibly you would want a few more different settings for how bright it is or things like that, I don't know. But I mean, to be fair, it's mainly all that you need. So let's rename it Hue Bathroom Motion Sensor. There we go. It tells you there that motion is detected. So the next thing is to go and find somewhere to fit it, I suppose. So I really should drill some holes, or drill a hole, use the screw, put the magnetic mount bit to clip it on, and probably, I don't know, stick it somewhere around here. But for now, just because it's simple and easy, I'm just going to rest it on there. Simple as that. So it turns out actually that it's it's very sensitive to motion, and it could detect me just walking through the hallway. Not great. Okay, so that didn't work, so I'll try it again, just resting it on the top there. There we go. That seems easy enough. As I say, you put all your settings in so that it doesn't have to come onto full brightness during the night. That'd be quite nice actually, just come onto 10% or something when it's 3 AM in the morning and you want to come and take a leak. But there you go, I've got a similar setup in the kitchen, which means that again, we don't have to turn the switch off. What I am wondering about is, because I keep walking past the kitchen light and reaching out to turn it off, and then, not yet have I turned it, but I might see if there's like a cover or something to stop anyone, because if guests come round, they'll perhaps turn the light switch. You don't need to, just walk in there and it'll come on. And also, if you ever need to reset a light, so, hey Google, set the bathroom lights to 10%.
Okay, setting the bathroom.
So it is actually on still at 10%. If you want to just reset everything, a quick on off of the light switch and it goes back to 100%, like that. So there you go, I really like it. Well, I've not really used this one yet, but I've been using the kitchen one for a few days, and it's just so much easier. It makes life so much easier, not having to worry about things, and I don't just walk out and it will turn off again in a few minutes. Fantastic. What I quite like actually in the kitchen here, so if I go into accessories setup and then the kitchen motion sensor, and I come to the daylight sensitivity, and I've got a little slider, and as I change the sensitivity, it tells me if there's enough light that triggers. So I come down to, because it's light enough at the minute that I won't want it to. So I put it there and it tells me this won't trigger, the motion will not trigger the lights coming on, which is quite clever. So let me know what you're doing with Hue lights, and if there's any other ideas or anything clever you're doing with if this then that linked in with your Hue lights. Drop it down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Check out other videos on my channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But for now, my name's Andy, and I'll catch you all again soon.